You're a deep thinker if you show these signs. Deep thinkers are the kind of people that prefer to take things slow. While people are expected to think while on their feet, deep thinkers go against this trend. They prefer to take their time and make sure not to make mistakes that they might regret shortly. This type of person is rare to find, and even when you meet them, you might not recognize them. Here are 10 traits that are associated with deep thinkers so that you can easily identify them. If you enjoy watching our videos, please help by clicking that like button below. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any exciting updates in the future. Number 1, they are introverts. Most deep thinkers are reserved in their dealings with people. They are usually quiet and also introverted. This is so because they spend a lot of time in their heads, and because of this have little or no time to socialize with the outside world. Most deep thinkers are introverted because they believe that deep thinking is not a social activity, they are not social people, and they spend a lot of time on their own considering the situation around every issue before they come to a conclusion. They are always quiet and never talk unless spoken to. They do not ever want to be the center of attention at a party, so to avoid this, they're always setting away from the attention points. 2, they are extremely observant. Deep thinkers do less of talking. They prefer to listen and learn than do the talking. They take in more and put out less, which means they talk less and observe more. They have little or no time to speak because they're always busy and fully engaged with their interest, exhaustively poring over a topic before forming an opinion or passing judgment. They do not quickly put their ideas into an issue. They take their time to consider all the available options before making a decision, and most time when the deep thinker happens to form an opinion, his or her idea always turns out to be the best because he's considered every party that is involved before stating his opinion. 3, they are humorous. People think that deep thinkers are always very serious-minded and have little or no time for pleasure, but in reality, the reverse is the case. Deep thinkers have a severe, wicked sense of humor. You may feel that they are staid, boring, and overly serious, but in reality, they are not. They might not be the life of the party, but they have a fun, silly, and funny sense of humor. They can be oddballs, smart, witty, and quick to find the humor in every situation. They're often self-depreciating and understand how to laugh at themselves. 4, they are hungry readers. Deep thinkers are always focused and deep-rooted in books. They believe there's so much hidden in books, and they are poised to get that knowledge. They have an insatiable thirst for knowledge and a deep-seated need to learn more and expand their understanding. The times in which they are supposed to have fun, they would prefer using that time to read books and more books. They make their books their best ally and companion. In books, they find solace and a refuge from the noise and distraction of the outside world. They live with the principle that to know more, you need to take in as much information as possible, and books are the best bet. 5, they are always forgetful. You'll be surprised as this is possible. Yes, it is the truth. Deep thinkers are highly forgetful, and this is simply because they are always thinking of so many things at the same time. This thinking makes it impossible for them to remember day-to-day tasks. They are still busy thinking and ruminating over pressing issues, trying to solve problems, or at the very least actively involved in a learning process, then remember to pick up groceries on their way home. It always has a severe effect on them in relationships because even though they might love their spouse, they tend to forget important dates like birthdays, anniversaries, and sometimes even family gatherings. They forget to meet these social obligations because these things do not matter to them, and that is because socializing is not something they enjoy doing. You have to understand that it is not intentional and it's not personal. It's just that sometimes these things often involve them getting involved in discussions and matters that do not interest them, so they do not put much pressure on themselves into attending. Their minds are always focused on the next big thing which they're working on, and as such, they do not have time to chit-chat with friends and family members. So if you have such a partner, all you need to do is have some patience, understanding, and always try to remind them more often as that will go a long way with a deep thinker in your life. 6, they are always inquisitive. Deep thinkers have an insatiable quest for knowledge, and for that reason alone, they question almost everything that happens. They want to know every move you make, why you're making those moves. They want to understand how things work, why some things are done this way and not that way. They want to know what makes people tick. They do not have any particular place of interest. They have an interest in everything and want to know. They want to know more because knowledge makes them happy. Meeting with them is always exciting because there's still something new to learn each time. 7. They are great planners. When a person thinks too much, he's always very careful with the way he arranges his life. They organize their life's activities in such a way they can vividly give an account of their life without mistakes. It is no accident that successful people are deep thinkers, and this is because they have carefully sat down to think and arrange their future, where they fit in, where they do not, and they have a game plan for their lives. They do not take things the way they see. They always make sure they know the root cause of everything and why it is happening or happened like that before taking any action. 8. They are problem solvers. Deep thinkers are excellent problem solvers since deep thinking comes naturally to them, and they easily see patterns and potential threats. They take time to check through all the possible outcomes of any particular case before making a decision, and this makes it almost impossible for them to make costly mistakes because they've taken the time to know all the possible outcomes from every angle. They might take time before replying to your problems, but when they do, they always get the answer. The only reason behind the delay is that they are evaluating the scenario. 9. They are socially obstinate. Deep thinkers, despite the problem of introversion, they also have the mindset of disliking many of the generally accepted norms and behaviors of people. They hate small talk. It wears them out. They speak only when it's essential or when spoken to, and they do not just talk for the sake of talking. They love silence and silent environments because with silence, they can think clearly and very well. They also prefer their own company to mindless chatter with strangers. This makes socializing difficult for them, as they do not waste time dissociating from many stupid interactions. 10. They are independent. Because of the unique qualities, they are most times misunderstood. As a result of this, they learn early to rely on themselves and not on anyone, and as they grow, they become fiercely independent. They enjoy spending time alone, not dreading or fearing it because they know this is when they can recharge and think over what they want to do without distraction. So what's your opinion about this? I hope you enjoyed watching this cool video, and if you have something on your mind, don't hesitate to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell to receive constant notifications. Thanks for watching.